So next up we have Sultai Vannifar. So this deck is based on using Vannifar, which is a birthing pod card. So birthing pod's a card from Phyrexia, where you can basically pod up a creature, so turn a 2 into a 3, at the cost of tapping the pod. Because Vannifar is a creature, we can untap it with Hyrex Tower Scout and Corridor Monitor. With Nightmare Shepherd in play as well, we can use Woe Strider to sacrifice these to double up the effect and get extra untaps. Then once you get to the point of having Deathless Knights and creating tokens of Deathless Knights, Grey Merchant is usually lethal. So you can get basically multiples of 9, so you get 9, 18 really easily for this deck. So we've got Deathless Knight, Alternate Heart, we may as well play it. So let's give this one a bash. I'm definitely going to fumble through a couple of games with this one before I get the hang of it properly, but I have watched a few and I've read a couple of bits of writing that people have done on this kind of archetype, and it is very cool looking, so definitely decided I need to give it a bash, see how it is. So yeah, let's see how it goes. Very important when you got the Vannifar to have a 1-drop in play. So if you untap with the Vannifar and have a 1-drop, you can basically win the game, as long as your opponent's on the right life total. So this hand's kind of awkward. We'll keep it. We've got a scry, so we can find a blue source with our scry, hopefully. Okay, we found a land at least, so greys are into temple. Let's try and find a blue source. That's not a blue source, go away. Maybe a cat. Okay, so it is worth noting that Mayhem Devil is a problem. But we just have to play through it. If they have it, they have it. We can concede, move to game 2. Untap your cat. Yeah. What do you think of that? Sticker. No Mayhem Devil, please. Well, not drawing a land there is exceptionally rude, so they're just going to block with the cat here, but there's no point not attacking, so. Yup. Good one to start where our mana didn't agree with us, but we'll find one that will work, so. Okay, that usually means they've got something to be able to get some triggers off with the Cauldron Familiar. They've got Nightmare Shepherd. That's a weird one. Okay, here's my Vannifar. Don't kill it. Don't kill it and you're dead next turn, opponent, so just don't interact with me. You just keep doing your own thing. I'm going to take a bunch of damage, and then I'm going to kill you in my turn. That's how this is going to work, okay? We good? We agree with this? We agree to this? I think we can agree to this. I feel like we can agree to this. Look at my drink. It's around somewhere. Down here. That's where it is. No box, I need the grazer. The grazer's important. Man, I really wish you could play these kind of things at 2 times speed. Claiming my tower scout, that's kind of rude. Turning it into food and then making your own one, that's even more rude. That's kind of sweet. Okay, Nightmare Shepherd of my own. Let's go. Sack the Grazer, make a token. Decline that. Let's get a card monitor. Untap the Vannifar. Sack the Corridor Monitor. Exile the Corridor Monitor. Untap the Vannifar. Get a Woe Strider. Sack this, get a Tower Scout. Tower Scout untaps the Vannifar. Vannifar sacks the Tower Scout. No, Vannifar sacks the Grazer. You can just go for another 2, doesn't really matter. They're on a higher life total, so we do need to get an extra thing here. Untap the Vannifar. Get another Woe Strider. Make another token. Let's pod a Tower Scout into a Deathless Knight. Pod a Tower Scout into another Deathless Knight. Then I need to pod this Corridor Monitor into the Tower Scout again. Untap the Vannifar. Then Vannifar is going to sack a Deathless Knight to get Grey Merchant of Asphodel. Grey Merchant for 14. Then Woe Strider is going to sack a Tower Scout. Make a copy of it so we can then untap the Vannifar again. Then we're going to sack the other Deathless Knight for another Grey Merchant, but it should 16 them. Sweet. We did it. I managed it. I can quit the stream now. It's fine. We managed to do it. So let's get the trophies in. Don't think we need a whole lot else beyond that. I can probably... I don't even know what you're supposed to trim in this. Couple Paradise Druids and a Neoform. Leave a Paradise Druid. Go with that. Right, that was sweet. So hopefully we can do that again a couple of times. It's kind of convoluted, but it does just kind of win the game as soon as you have Vannifar. and a friend. So it is an interesting combo. Does a lot of cool things. Okay, let's see what they've got for us post board. Probably only going to do like 2 matches of this one. There's a lot of game actions to take. So, this hand's not great, just purely because we don't have any ramp or key cards. So, and we kind of want to pod into these. So, same problem with this hand. This one's awkward but better, so again, no blue source, but we do have incubation, so if we can find like a gilded goose or something, then okay, there's a blue source, so don't have to worry about that now. So just looking for mana dork of some description, try and help us on our way. Grazer's probably fine actually. Gives us the 1-drop to start the chain. Vannifar is going away. I can assure you of that. Okay, we'll see where we get to here. Mayhem Devil is a pretty difficult one to deal with, so let's get this Nightmare Shepherd out and just see if we can't play some kind of normal game. Hopefully they don't have like multiple ovens and a cat. That would just kind of beat us there. Like the incongruity does deal with this Mayhem Devil as well. Yikes. Alright, let's go look and see if we can find anything. Just get a goose. Kill him a goose, but that's fine, we just make a copy of the goose. Guess who's back? Back again. Goose is back. Brought some food. Doo doo doo. The cat. No ovens, please, opponent. No ovens. Let's just move on to the next one. Like, these are very difficult for us to deal with anyway for trying to combo. And our hand wasn't particularly well set up for dealing with that, so... I don't think there's anything wrong with anything, just need to kind of have a little bit more of a robust draw, but see where we get to. Yeah, this hand's great. So we can Grazer into Temple. Got a Goose for extra mana. A bit unfortunate we've got these two in hand already, but got plenty of stuff going on. So well, let's start with the incubation, see what we find. Another goose. Another goose is fine. That means we've got plenty of mana. Just need to find something to do with it now. Got no black sources apart from our geese. They have a cat and an oven, sure. They got a cat and 2 ovens. Okay, that's a bit of a clock. Well, I guess we can just make a heap of food, so we've got that going for us. We can just gain 3 life a turn. There will be a point where we can't keep up with their life gain, but see where we get to. Really wish you could just speed this process up. Oh, don't have the Mayhem Devil. Yeah, sure, that doesn't really achieve anything. Funnily enough, my hand's garbage, that's why I didn't cast anything. Sure. Got another one of those, so I wouldn't worry about that one too much. Well, that's a good draw. Just needs to live. Just like this Vannifar to live, please. What? Everything else is auto-resolved. Why did that one not? Honestly, just... If I'm auto-passing, just stop asking me if I want these things to resolve or not. You let me resolve triggers, but if something goes in the stack, you force me to do something about it. Stop it. Stupid game. Right, no red source, no Mayhem Devil. No removal spell for the Vannifar. No! So rude. Well, apparently we like geese. I'm actually just going to concede this because I'm fed up of this cycle. It's just so slow. I really just want to get some more games in, more reps in with this deck, because the more reps I get in, the better it's going to be. So let's just move on. Like, we certainly weren't dead there, but let's just actually move on to a game where there's actual interesting game actions going on and not my opponent taking over a minute to cat me twice every turn. Let's go. It's really for your benefit and my benefit, because it means you're not watching someone just play with a cat for a bit. I mean, he likes cats anyway. At least we got to do the combo once. So regardless of what else happens here, we did the combo once. And I'm gonna mulligan this one. This one's at least got a mana dork in it, so... Also, the good thing with the mulligan rule is we get to throw away our key cards back into the deck. Which is something worth noting. Being able to like throw my Deathless Knight back in my deck because I really don't want to draw it. Right, so Breeding Pool into Goose, and then we can Paradise Druid next turn, and then see where we are. Kill him a goose. Kill him a goose. My goose is cooked. Right, here's my Paradise Druid. You can't kill this one. Well, it takes a little bit more effort. A little bit more effort. I believe you can kill an opponent, but it's going to take you a little bit more. Charming Prince, sure. Scrying or... Scrying. Top bottom, sure. Neoform gets us to Vannifar, so let's keep that one. Doom Foretold. Start with Incubation. Find another Wolf Strider. Can safely attack with this, because if they trade it, it just means they lose their Doom Foretold, so... then we need to play the Corridor Monitor, otherwise we lose everything, so... Untap this, get our Scry on, don't need more lands, off a pop. They lose a Prince. I guess this means that they potentially don't have too much spot removal, although we have already seen a Mire's Grasp out of them, but they might not have too much in the way of spot removal just purely because they're trying to leverage Doom Foretold. It might be Wraths more than anything else. Thinking about it. So it's probably worth us prioritizing getting Nightmare Shepherd. So it might just be worth neoforming into Nightmare Shepherd next turn. Maybe it was worth keeping the land there then, because then I could make sure I can cast both of these. So I could cast Woe Strider and neoform the Woe Strider into the Nightmare Shepherd. That's potentially the line, I guess. That one's rude, but I guess it's going away next turn, so... I guess I'm scrying, don't need the goat. No, I need sheer volume of stuff now. I don't think I'm casting this neoform. Because this Corridor Monitor goes away. We don't have too many cards left, so... Maybe I'm supposed to turn the goat into an actual thing. I feel like I'm supposed to try and make more out of this, but... At least if I do this, I can get the War Strider back with Escape. This gives me the extra permanent to sack the Doom Foretold, so this Elspeth Conquers Death goes away, or the Doom Foretold goes away. So if that's the case, then at least the War Strider comes back with Escape. I can exile the rest of the stuff. Oofed. Well, at least that's the end of them. I think I'm happy with just letting that happen. Do I want to scry and trigger this? I don't want to trigger these at all. So those go away. We are going to scry. Scry that bottom, and then we're going to escape this War Strider. Exile any 4 things, it doesn't really matter. Then they should lose both these Doom Foretolds, which should be fine. These triggers go in the stack, they have to sack them both, unless they've got something with flash. And they get no value out of these, they just like cleared my board with them, so that's pretty reasonable for us. Doom Foretold, sure. Sack the goat. Yeah, I may as well keep a Vannifar. Because if we then draw a couple of things to mill ourselves, then we can get this, or anything in the graveyard, then this War Strider then potentially comes online. Seems a bit weird they're just throwing these Doom Foretolds away, because in Black-White they've probably not got too many ways to get them back. Can't think of too many ways they can get them back. Elspeth, sure.
My quest is not over until peace has
Make some 1/1s.
If you are going to fight, fight beside me.
Incubation, let's find a good in. That's kind of a good one. So sack the Tower Scout and we'll get a Nightmare Shepherd. Gives us insulation against something else, means we can get rid of this Vannifar and it would come back to a token. This now gives us enough for the Wolf Strider to come back as well, which then means that we can sack the Wolf Strider, make a token with a Nightmare Shepherd, and that should be us. No, I guess we need something cheaper. Maybe we can pod the 1? Can we pod the 1? No, we can't pod the 1. No, I think we still need something else. Murderous Rider, the Nightmare Shepherd, sure. At least to protect the Vannifar, I guess. Are you just pumping your things? No, just making more tokens, sure.
I am proud of my comrades.
I have no use for the food. Yup. Corridor Monitor. I guess I go for the Wolf Strider this turn and then hopefully something survives and then I get to untap and if I get rid of the Woe Strider here, go get another Nightmare Shepherd, protect the Vannifar, then the Corridor Monitor would be lethal next turn. Cool, I like that. Did you find an answer? Gain some life all you like. Fenlurker is rude. Now we're back to needing to draw something. Yep. Why would you give it to Fenlurker?
I will do my best to support you.
Right, so basically any creature, any small creature will get us there with this hand, so that is not a small creature. Scry, see what we're... Incubation on top, yep, that's fine. Let's just stick it home. Hopefully they just tap out for Elspeth here. Oh, they're drawing more cards, sure. Obviously desperate for a way to interact. I don't really care. I'll take 2. Charming Prince, sure. That doesn't do anything because we don't have any cards in our hand. Sure, so this just needs to hit a 1 or 2 drop. We hit Tower Scout. Does naturally hitting the Tower Scout do it? Hopefully it does. Untap the Vannifar. Get a Deathless Knight. Vannifar, sack the Deathless Knight, get a Gaddy. Gaddy's going to drain for 8, so it's not quite lethal. At least this means they can't draw cards. Yeah, okay, we didn't quite get there, just kind of clunky, awkward draws off our incubations there, but incubation saw so many cards that it just dragged us kicking and screaming over the line there. I think we want some Assassin's Trophies here. Again, don't think we need necessarily that many Paradise Druids, and Neoforms aren't amazing here. Let's go for a Miser's Find. So I guess they're just some kind of weird white-black mid-range deck. Their Doom Foretold seem really out of place though, so... Do 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 do. Bam bam ba da 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 da. Here we go. What has our opponent got for us here? This hand's great. This is in theory a turn 4 kill just with this hand, so if opponent does not interact with us, which obviously they will, this would be a turn 4 kill with the cards we have. And that's a cool looking planes. Golden egg. Vannifar, go. Don't kill my Vannifar. Don't kill my Vannifar. Opponent have a heart. Don't kill the Vannifar. So we need to pod this Vannifar up to Nightmare Shepherd. Then we'll corridor monitor to untap. We were going to do that. They had an answer that was very rude. Exceptionally rude. Okay, they do actually have other cards for normal cards to use with that. Well, Nightmare Shepherd's a good one. And then we're digging for another Vannifar. Don't really mind if they play a Doom Foretold here, because we'll just get some more food with our geese. Get another D-Spark, sure. Yeah, let's just move on. It's very difficult to go from nothing, so let's just take one on the play. Should go for the remorses on the play. Just try and be slightly more proactive. To the point where they got D-Sparks, I was expecting more. I guess maybe expecting permanent base removal was a bit silly, seeing as they're Doom Foretold. But yeah, let's go with the hand disruption. See where we get to with that. Alright, on to play. This one's super awkward. I'm gonna mull it. This one's much better. Think I'm shocking and just making a food here. And I'm going to play Nightmare Shepherd on 3. Guess that's probably incorrect actually. We should probably lead on Ghost Rider because we've seen the D-Sparks. I guess it doesn't really matter for the Nightmare Shepherd this time. Yeah, we'll just lead on Nightmare Shepherd and go from there. Make food. Does that change things? I guess that changes things. Let's just stick to plan A. Sure. Take my Wolf Strider away, it's kind of awkward. Gonna keep this in hand for the time being, just to bluff something. Why would you wait until untap for me to do something for Nightmare Shepherd? That's such a weird time to do it. Such a weird time to do that. Right, cool, we drew a good one. Ghost Rider. Yeah. I think at this point I'm just going to play out the Grazer and just try and get our scry on at the end of this turn cycle. Let's see where we get to with some scries. I did scry that at the bottom right. Yeah, okay. Right, attack for 3. Mediocre beats, here we come. Tower Scout. I'm actually just going to sack one of these geese. Nightmare Shepherd's perfect. I really just want to be trying to half filling up my graveyard, half just trying to need to try and kill them at some point. So while they're screwing, they just play Doom Foretold and stuff. That's not the end of the world for us. So it's like if Doom Foretold, they don't really get to do anything. They're just killing a goose. Yeah, so they have to do this kind of stuff first. Otherwise, their Doom Foretold just sacks to itself, and I just lose a geese. Okay, let's get attacking with the Tower Scout. I actually feel like I just don't want to play this turn cycle, because if they've got a D-Spark, I don't really want to just run it straight into that. So I'm actually just going to pass. Would rather they tried to do something to this Tower Scout instead. Yes, this is absolutely fine. So I'd much rather this happen than Nightmare Shepherd getting desparked. Sure. Wolf Rider time. Time to escape. Okay, so they don't have anything there. Elspeth conquers death, sure. I think the Remorse is going to be pretty good, just need to actually know what's going on, try and play around it to the best of our ability. What is going on? They have another Conquer's Death. No, I can't beat the Conquer's Death, so that one needs to go. And then I need to take the Vannifar. And pass. They've not got any creatures or anything to get back with this. Cavalier Dawn could kill something if it wanted to. Dog, Doom Foretold. Or are you just wanting the trigger? No. Right, so opponent's taking 3 minutes longer in this game than I have. It just gets very frustrating. I think I'm happy enough just not beating this, am I? Because, right, let's scoop this one up. Like, I don't think we're getting out of it with the cards they've got. Like, Cavalier being an answer to anything is just gonna do that. We're at the floor anyway, so let's do one more with this, and then we'll probably call it a night there. One more with this. We've got to do the combo once. I was hoping we could do a little bit more. Yeah, we'll see what's what. On the play, I think this hand's fine. With the Neoform, I feel like we can manipulate this one enough. Temple into Vannifar. Perfect. Turn 3 Vannifar, turn 4 Nightmare Shepherd, and we can start going. Right, we should have the kill if they don't have anything. So they are the fun police though. So all that resolved. So that's step 1. Now it's going to be Teferi time. Nope. Well, that means we might just win the game here. Got something to deal with Vannifar? No. Okay. Untap Vannifar. Vannifar, pot away the corridor monitor. Let's get a Bull Strider. Vannifar pods away the corridor monitor. Yeah, it's a Tower Scout. Tower Scout untaps the Vannifar. Vannifar pods the... we Tower Scouting? No, we're just sack this Grazer and we'll go and get another corridor monitor. This can get Woe Strider again. Seeing as the Vannifar is already untapped. This can sack a Woe Strider to get the Deathless Knight. We can attack with the Deathless Knight because that will give us an... it doesn't matter. Then Woe Strider is going to sack this Tower Scout. Untap this Vannifar, don't care. Vannifar is going to pod this corridor monitor into a Tower Scout. Untap the Vannifar. The Vannifar is going to pod this Deathless Knight into a Grey Merchant. And then we can just sack this Grey Merchant to this, make a copy, and 10 them again. We could have kept going if we needed to, but it's a bit convoluted, so I don't want to mess around too much when I know I've got the kill, so... no idea what they're doing, so Remorse seems good. Again, I'm not massively keen on these Neoforms. I feel like they're a little bit vulnerable at times. Guess we just do that. Leave these in. Let's go with that. It's a sweet deck when it goes off, but I think there's a lot of bits and the interaction is difficult just because there's so many different ways that you have to try and interact with them to be able to do that. So combo is vulnerable to a handful of things as well. So it's fun. It'll be fun for a short period while people are still trying to understand what it's doing, but. Don't forget, everyone, you can type !deck in chat to see the current deck list. You can also use the Streamdecker overlay. You can type !prime in chat to see how you can link your Amazon account with your Twitch account to give you Twitch Prime, and that gives you a free subscription to a Twitch affiliate or partner every month. And even if you don't use it on me, you should use it on someone because it's better in the streamer's pocket than it is in Jeff Bezos' pocket. And don't forget, you can also type !commands to see all the various different commands in chat. There's a handful there. Feel free to use them and go nuts with them. This hand seems fine. Not stellar, but Goose with Temple of Mystery to get our scry on, and we can take a peek and see what's going on. Let's take a peek. They have a bunch of removal. What is most annoying? These don't actually kill Vannifar. So I'm going to take the Noxious Grasp. Purely because they don't kill Vannifar and they don't kill Nightmare Shepherd. So they are just some kind of Esper control deck. They drew Fatty, obviously. Why wouldn't they?
I am not going to sit this
Bounce my
one
goose.
I've got
Bounce my goose. There's the Vannifar 2. Okay, so double goose. We can then lead on the Nightmare Shepherd, just to give the Vannifar some protection if they do end up finding something to protect it. Or to kill it, sorry.
Don't worry, I got this.
They got this. Woe Strider. Woe Strider's a good draw too. Let's do this. Attack off a food. My Nightmare Shepherd. Scry on. Need to leave those in the deck. They might just bounce this Shepherd. Could definitely see that being the play. Depending on what these two cards are. Gonna take another look. A Banishing Light for the Shepherd. Sure, that's reasonable.
I've got time.
Let's just jam the Vannifar. We're not getting a lot more done here with knowing what they've got, so can bounce this with the Teferi, trade that off. Yeah, this is fine.
Here goes nothing.
Well, we may as well scry. If we don't find anything on top and miss on our draw step, we'll just scoop them up. Because we're not beating the bounce spell as well, so and just take one on the play. Cry's not actually that good against us. Thinking about it. Well, I guess if anything's going to get us out of this, let's see what they're working with. Well, they've only got that, so draw nothing for the next 2 turns, that would be ideal. Yeah, they've drawn something, that's really rude. At least we've got the backup Vannifar. Don't have it. Whatever it is, don't do it. Rude. Well, I guess. Hui. We're done. Let's move on. Game 3 on the play. Let's just take that one. We'll bring in the Assassin's trophies as well. We'll cut one remorse. Cut Agate. And cut a Paradise Druid, I think. Let's wing it like that. What's the worst that can happen? But I definitely want interaction for their Banishing Lights. Try and get their creatures back, if that's the removal that they're potentially relying on. This hand seems excellent. Just need some more mana. It's starting to lag a little bit. Don't know if that's at my end or what, but I've not got any errors coming up, but we'll just lag from the server. Right, let's cast Incubation, see if we can find Nightmare Shepherd's good. Temple, scry that to the bottom. Just jamming Vannifar if we get the opportunity to, assuming they don't discard it out of our hand, which they now will. We'll just jam the Nightmare Shepherd instead. They took the Nightmare Shepherd. That's interesting. Well, this is dead, but I need to go for it, so. How is this dying? Getting bounced. Getting bounced is about the most annoying thing, especially when I don't have the extra land.
No, I am not making this.
I'm not going to draw it, because that's just the way this is going tonight. Yep. Yeah, let's just scoop it up there. I'm tired anyway. This deck's kind of sweet, but it's kind of also just a meme. There is a lot of stuff going on in it, but we did get to do the combo twice, which I think is about as good as we could have probably got there. There's definitely a lot of lines that we could have been taking that I didn't necessarily see. Sideboarding's a little bit rusty as well. I'm not really sure what you should and shouldn't be sideboarding out in this, in the various different matchups, but certainly the combo of establishing a Prime Speaker Vannifar with a Nightmare Shepherd in play, and then being able to chain off the combo through Corridor Monitor into Woe Strider, sack the Corridor Monitor to make another copy, to untap Vannifar, keep going all the way up, to then make multiple Grey Merchants and kill your opponents is pretty fun. Nice little combo. It is interesting. We'll probably play it again, probably when I'm slightly more awake than at 11 o'clock at night. But yeah, it's a really cool deck. I definitely recommend it to anyone to give a bash. There's not lots of new interesting cards, which I'll probably see play in other decks, so it's not even like it's just a bunch of cards that you're never going to be able to play anywhere else. It's potentially worth playing some different sideboard cards as well, just to try and deal with those matchups. Like, we were struggling against the matchups where they're actually interacting with us, so if there's anything that can assist us in those matchups, then potentially that's what we need to bring in. But yeah, thank you very much everyone for watching tonight. Just a couple of decks. We played